a weird final part of what if Moro turned good. So, if you not remember the last part, in the last part, every single sea fighter were fighting every villains that came back to life. Although they all been killed, they had some difficulty against 17 until Moro shows up. They're able to defeat Super 17 by using the Force Vision Spirit and then killing the evil version of him. And once they all celebrate, they're about to use the Junk Balls to restore every single damage that they cause until Black Smoke Shenron appears. And this is where the story begins now. Black Smoke Shenron stated that since the Sea Fighters keep abusing the Dragon Balls so much, it has created so much negative energy. So instead of granting them wish, he sends 3 Shadow Dragons across the world where which everyone has to get the Dragon Balls and defeat the Shadow Dragons. So the same team will go out to find them. It will be only Goku, Pan, and Vegeta. This time Vegeta's coming along. So as for Moro doesn't really care about the Earth. He just want to be alone, but since the Shadow Dragon does intrigue him, he decides to want to follow them as well. In case if anything goes wrong, he just jumps in. After all, he is a trump card. But this version, the Shadow Dragons are way much powerful than it originally was. And believe it or not, Goku and Vegeta has to use their really powerful forms. For example, when they're able to fight the strongest Shenron like Nova, Goku has to use his autonomous Ultra Instinct to fight this guy. As for like Ice Shenron, Vegeta has used Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. And at this point, Moro has to jump in to help Goku since Nova Shenron just used his true form, in which Goku has some trouble. Which is a good thing that Moro jumps in since he wants to join the fun. Until those who are defeated are making Shin Shenron make his presence known. And the first thing he does, he defeats his traitor Nova Shenron by killing him. Everyone sensing Shin Shenron's power, they all realize that this villain is nothing like the others, and he's way powerful. So, but the Saiyans being Saiyans, they want to fight 1v1. So, Vegeta will go first, obviously, but he's nowhere matched against Shin Shenron. He's just too powerful, even without absorbing the Dragon Balls. He's just too much for Vegeta, which Goku had to jump in next. He knows that autonomous Ultra Instinct won't do anything, so he has to resort to Master Ultra Instinct. Though he did put up a good fight, he's actually able to overpower Shenron. Until Shenron started getting desperate, he started using other attacks against Goku, which Goku dodged with ease. Until Shenron is able to somehow slip up against Goku. So he decides to try to fire more beam attacks. Of course, it doesn't work. Goku easily dodged, but what he doesn't know, it was just a distraction because Ice Shenron didn't die. He came out of nowhere and he able to just hurt Goku with an Ice Claw, blinding him. And because of that, Omega Shenron thanked Ice Shenron, and then he killed his own partner. And then he's able to absorb all the Dragon Balls, becoming Omega Shenron. Moro realizing the situation has gotten way worse, he decided he's gonna do things himself then. So after Goku has to recover from his blindness, he's able to drop off his Ultra Instinct. Moro jumps in. Now, this version of Moro, he does have trained during those years. And he's able to use that Ultra Instinct form that Goku used now. And he showed it off for the first time, which Omega Shenron isn't too impressed. And the two begin to battle. Moro, at first, is losing ground, but when Moro showed off his other techniques and his magic, he's able to at least hold his own for now. After Goku recovered his blindness, all the other Sea Fighters came together, which Goku was to bring up the fusion. Of course, Vegeta at first refused to fuse with Kakarot since his pride and stuff like that, and he does not want to fuse again since this is the 3rd time they fuse. He don't want to be the 4th. And besides, he already explained why he does not like fusions. But Goku somehow able to convince him, bringing up Bulma and Trunks, which just angers Vegeta. And they say fine. They were going to plan to go to the Supreme Kai world, and they tried to find Shin's energy, With some time, Goku was able to find Shin's energy and teleport to the Supreme Kai world. Meanwhile, back at Moro, was beginning to at least try to absorb, or at least try to take Omega Shenron's ki away. He even tried Force Vision Spirit to take out the Dragon Balls. However, Omega Shenron see this technique before. After all, he does have some of their powers and strength, so he's able to see this technique once. He's not able to fall for it again, so he's able to dodge Moro's Force Vision Spirit. Moro is beginning to lose ground, and he's also getting desperate himself, actually showing a little bit evil side of him. He even tried other techniques such as the Special Beam Cannon, the Kamehameha, Big Bang Attack, a lot of things that he has abilities. He still have the abilities of Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, so he's using their abilities. But even with that, he's still nowhere matched against Omega Shenron. At this point, Beerus was watching, and he has enough, so he's going to help Moro, even though he does not want to interfere with Mortal Matter, but Omega Shenron is just too big of a threat. So he decides to jump in, helping Moro. And we have a very unlikely teamwork 2v1, which Beerus and Moro are able to gain the upper hand. However, for some reason, Omega Shenron is getting stronger. He's actually taking some of the negative energy through the Dragon Balls, which Beerus has to use his incomplete version of Ultra Instinct to dodge some of the attacks. At this point, Beerus and Moro were able to defeat Omega Shenron, but they were able to beat him down, but couldn't do the finishing blow. And besides, Beerus did try to Hakai him, but Omega Shenron was able to avoid that. Like I said, since he would have been always a super, he already knows Beerus' moves and attacks, since he knows about the C fighters, including Beerus. So the Hakai won't even work on him. But of course, they were just part of the distraction. And when Beerus was about to go full power, he suddenly gets a call for the Grand Priest, talking about something happening on Euro 7. And Beerus already knows they talk about Omega Shenron, so he has to leave with Whis, leaving Moro by himself. But just as Beerus left, Vegito arrives in instant. With Vegito, we're able to fight Omega Shenron. Now, this fight will play out like Gogeta versus Omega Shenron, except that Vegeta will end things quickly by using his final Kamehameha, killing Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron has been defeated, and the Dragon Balls are back to normal. However, Shenron appears as per normal. Shenron said he needs Goku to come with him so they could purify the Dragon Balls, making sure they're okay. Which we do have the same idea where Goku said goodbye to everyone and begins to leave everyone behind for 100 or more years and stuff. And because of that, this is where the final ends. There's no Granola arc in this timeline since probably by now Frieza is already dead by Granola, and by the time that Granola or defeat Frieza or 1 or 2 years, he'd already been dead already. So the arc's been completely avoided. As for the heaters, we don't know what happened to them, but that's what I'm assuming here. As for the other arcs, like I said, I don't know. This will be the final for now. If there's more mangas keep going on, I'll continue that. For now, thanks for watching. See ya.